At any point in the video you'd like to hear things a little bit quicker, you can click on the little settings icon here and go to the playback speed. This will let you select from a bunch of different speeds so you can listen to the video at any pace you wish. Now that we've finished our design, before we move forward to adding our roster and checking out, I actually want to cover what these buttons underneath here do. These buttons actually have a lot of functionality to them, and they'll give you a lot of extra utility when you're designing using the custom builder. Obviously, we'll start with the save button. This is just going to save the design. I'm going to highlight this as you're going to need to do this to proceed forward either way. So let's just do this. Lions, let's say Lions Home. Now, what I like to do is we can create a subfolder for this team. So that way it's not something I have to search for or look for in my designs page with all of my designs. I'll have a folder just for this team or project or customer. So we'll just do Lions jerseys. That'll create a subfolder inside of our all designs saved folder here. And then I have my thing named. I can click the save button. It'll take a second and then it will save to that. I'm going to go ahead and open up my designs page for you so you could see how that's saved. Again, when I click the My Designs, it's giving me the option to save again. So I'll just go ahead and do that. All right, great. So now that we've loaded this in, you'll see this is just my general designs page we have here. I have a ton of folders going already. So I'll click into my Lions jersey folder, and that's where I will find my design that we were just working on. Save as, there we go. Save as will create a copy of this design. So what I can do is, without actually needing to go and duplicate the design before, if I want to just have like an away version of the same jersey, say I change a few colors, around, and I'm just going to go through. I'm showing you how quick this can be because I really like that we have this ability. Go through, change all the color of all the text. I'll keep the team name the same because why not? And then, yeah, what I can do is save as, and it's actually going to give me that same save prompt that we just had gotten on the other jersey. So now what we could do is Lions away. Got this saved to my folder. I'll save as. And like I said, this will create a new version of the jersey. And what I like to point out, I'm actually going to click leave on this one. And what I like to point out is that once I go in here, I'm going to have both versions. This original version, since I did a save as and not save, is actually still just as it was before I made all of those changes. So it makes it really quick to go ahead and just design a bunch of variations of the same jersey. Share Design will give you options to share your design through a link or via email. It's also going to go ahead and save your design as you go ahead to send it over. As you see, you'll have a link that you could just directly copy and send to people. You can change your permissions based on if you want people to just review the design, they could just view it. I think they're able to move around and actually like scroll in and zoom in and all that stuff, but they won't be able to change any of the design details. Or I can make it so that I can collaborate with someone by having the link that anyone with the link can edit it. You also have the email design, which we will go over at a later time. That way you could see what someone receives when you send them an email. My Designs will take you to your My Designs page where all your designs are saved. It's going to offer you to save the design you're working on before you proceed there. Download PDF, like I showed you earlier, is going to actually get this preview set up into a PDF document. That's really easy to just go ahead and email over to someone if you need to. Download roster. I'll let this finish really quick. So once I open that PDF, you'll see it's got all of my stuff listed. It's got the sizes, colors, and everything listed for all of these locations. So this is really nice because before you proceed, you can use this to kind of review all the details and make sure, for example, like I was showing earlier, like all my royals or all my blues are the royal blue. Download roster is going to just download the roster template, the Excel file for this item. That way you can bulk add your players and you can consistently work off that Excel document and just add it right before you go to checkout. And then finally, need help. This will give you the ability to send your design over to our team. So you can do art inquiry, subject, you could say, for example, change all blue to royal tint, which is just a different version of that royal color we have. That's something that you can't do through the builder, but we can quickly do just using this, sending this to graphics and doing a round of proofing. And then I can just say, like, please change royal blue to royal blue tint. And then I could just give a PO number. That way I have something to reference it by. I could do like Lions jerseys 25 or something. And then once I submit this, it'll create an email and send all of this artwork that we already have established to our design team. They'll see your request and they'll make those updates. This can be really helpful, for example, if you have a logo where you need to remove like a white box around it, or you just need to change a couple of colors. You want to add a pattern or a design that's not available on this specific SKU. This is the best way to do it. You don't have to place your order. You could just send it directly to our team. Get it squared away as much as you can before you do that, and then send that email off, and we'll be able to go ahead and make those final adjustments for you. Now that we've reviewed how to actually design an item in the custom builder, we'll be able to proceed to our checkout and roster page.